Always great to have a conversation with Rockie Sue. I feel so inspired and pumped up whenever I talk to Rockie Sue, and I know that you all will feel that way too if you haven't already seen some of her amazing videos. So think of trilogy, right? With love from above, more love from above, his love from above. I didn't want my face to get in the way. Just amazing. The story will completely pull you in, and for so many reasons. We talk about one couple, especially where we start with Charlie and Claire. So Rockie Sue, is always great to have time to catch up with you and find out about this trilogy. Thanks.
Well, thanks for having me today.
So let's talk about first of all, overall setting up a trilogy. How did that all come about, that you had this idea and you were going to take us through this couple and then in the end introduce us even to another couple?
Well, I had written the children's series. I'd written the Treachery and the Innocent series. And my children were young at that time, all four of them. And we found ourselves, my husband and I, in an extremely difficult, at that point, it was the most difficult situation we'd ever been in. And a pastor friend of ours and his wife, Jim and Sue, invited us over to their house. And it was just more to take our minds off of what was happening. But we ended up telling stories and laughing and carrying on until I don't know how late. But one of the stories that Jim told us, which I actually tell this story on my YouTube channel, Laughter is Medicine for the Soul. But when he told this story, I started laughing, and I laughed so hard, I ended up with tears running down my face. I was choking and coughing and gasping, trying to breathe. And for the next 2 or 3 weeks, anyone who would listen to me, anyone I could corner, I would tell that story to. And during that time, one of my friends, Melody, made the comment to me. She said, Rockie, the Lord's going to let you laugh your way through this. I didn't think much about her statement at the time, but later when I looked back, I thought, you know what? She was 100% right. The Lord allowed me to laugh my way through this. And in Proverbs 17:22, we find out that laughter is like medicine for us. Laughter is medicine for the soul. Joy, a joyful heart, it's like medicine. And that's what it was to me. So I had written the other two, and I thought, you know what? I want to write something that is comical, something that's funny. And I started thinking about what characters I wanted. 2 of my sisters were redheads, and 2 of us had the dark hair. But I wanted to have a redheaded, and I wanted her to be red freckle face, scientist, kind of the nutty scientist type of a personality there, and a disaster. Something hard happens in her life. In the process, she ends up in a very unique way, which I won't mention. She ends up meeting a forest ranger by the name of Charlie. And as far as personalities go, you probably could not have 2 different personalities than these 2 were. But they meet and find themselves in a very, very hard situation. And like my other books, I have the spiritual realm. So you've got the angels and demons warring, and you've got the physical realm as well. And you see, it's I hate saying it's a great comedy / romance, but it's clean. I hate almost using the word romance because of what you get in so many books today, but it's a great comedy romance that we have in it.
And do you hope the takeaways, because you're talking about laughter and how important that is and how good it is for the soul, is that one of the takeaways you hope that somebody, when they start with this first book, With Love from Above, is that what you hope they take away?
Yes. If they're going, and in our world, people are going through a lot of hard times. To get to sit down, enjoy something, reading, and enjoy the laughter that comes with it, because there's a number of situations in here that are just hysterical. And I did ask people, what's the funniest thing that happens in your, and I got some stories from people, and a couple of the stories are included in this book as though they happened to Charlie and Claire. But I wanted people to first know that God is in control. And you see that with the spiritual, the 2 different realms. but also to know that there is something to having joy in your heart and being able to laugh even in difficult situations.
Yeah. And then you take Charlie and Claire and you take us on another adventure, More Love from Above. So that's 2. Tell us a little bit about what happens in this book.
Okay. The slight get together romance thing that starts kind of in book 1. There's a situation that puts a total halt on it. And it's a miscommunication, basically, on their parts with each other. But you see some of the trouble that happened in book 1 resurfaces in book 2 because of something that is 100% out of their control. They had no control whatsoever over it, but yet it puts both of their lives in danger. So once again, we see God protecting his own. And I did sneak in, I have done enough marriage counseling through the years that I did sneak a little bit of marital advice, such as, people that get divorced because he squeezed the toothpaste from the wrong end of the tube or put the toilet paper roll on the wrong direction. I put some marital stuff in this book as well. And we're introduced to a couple more characters that come in that become full-time characters in the book.
Yeah. And by now you've really hooked us. So now we have His Love from Above. And as I said, when we started this adventure, you've got an incredible trilogy here. So tell us, and again, you can't give us all the details because you have to get the book. You can go to Amazon, you can go to Barnes & Noble, and you can go to your website, right? Mm-hmm. And
yes,
tell us your
Rockie,
website.
Yes, RockieSueBooks.com. And the Rockie spelled with an IE, which
very
is
easy.
Totally
very
unique.
Yeah, very easy to remember that. So tell us about His Love from Above.
Okay, His Love from Above. Claire is this nutty professor scientist, and there is a disease that is spreading like crazy in the Congo that she helped on the original vaccination for the disease a number of years earlier. And they want her to come back, her specifically. So she and some friends, some other people go with them over to the Congo. And you see, I did take some stuff that is not comical, that is going on in the Congo today, that is inserted into the book with it. And but you see the nuttiness of Claire, and again the Lord working through some of the mistakes, some of the things that she does that I always pictured Claire as a redheaded, freckled faced Goldie Hawn when years ago when Goldie was young. And we see Claire continuing to get into mischief and frustrating people around her, but she's adorable too. And so they love her and they help push through.
Yeah. Was it fun for you to write the trilogy?
Oh, it was a blast. Getting to think about fun things, and in your mind you're thinking, okay, what else can she do that you can put that I can add in here to do this. So I had a lot of fun. I read through it the other day, just refreshing myself of what was in it. And I sit there and just find myself laughing hysterically at things that happen, thinking, oh my gosh.
And I think that the people listening to us will have that same reaction. Again, it's a terrific trilogy. You've got it right here in front of me. RockieSueBooks.com, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, With Love from Above, More Love from Above, and His Love from Above. And by the time you get to the end of it, you're going to be saying, where's the next adventure for this couple and the other characters you introduced us to?
I'm working ideas. I'm working on ideas for the next one. Yes.
Well, it's terrific. A terrific, absolute trilogy, wonderful trilogy with lots of great messages in it. Rockie, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.